Okay, so I'm starting off with some Vaseline. I'm going to cover my entire nose with this. This helps take the latex off a lot smoother, and it also helps with the scar wax to smooth it out for application. Okay, so I'm taking some scar wax, and I'm going to start building the top of my nose. You can use your fingers in this process, but I'm using a spatula. It pretty much helps it go on a lot smoother, and it's not as sticky when you work with your fingers. So I'm just continuing to mold the scar wax around my nose to get the perfect shape of the cut that I want. And then I'm also going to continue just to build layers on top of that and shape and form it. So it definitely helps to take some extra Vaseline where you're placing the scar wax to help smooth it out. You use your fingers to do this. It just makes the texture of it a little bit smoother and easier to work with. So I'm just continuing to take the spatula and smoothing out the edges closer to my skin. This is just going to help for it to look more realistic laying on top of the surface of the skin when you go to put makeup over it. Okay, so I'm taking some cotton and I'm taking some latex. I'm also going to rip pieces of the cotton apart into really small, thin pieces. This is going to lay over top of the latex to help build the bridge of the nose so the cut looks thicker and more realistic to skin. Here I'm going to take a wedge, dip it in the latex, and I'm first going to lay a surface down on top of the scar wax. I'm taking those pieces of cotton and I'm placing them where I put the latex. I'm going to use my wedge and I'm going to place more latex on top of the cotton. This is going to help give it more of the skin feel and easier to pull it apart to make it look like skin. Again, I'm going in with my spatula and I'm just going to smooth it out. Also, I can use my spatula to kind of pick apart the cotton and get it to the shape that I need. So I'm going in with my color wheel and I'm taking the darker red. I'm going to put this along the edge of the wound. This is going to give it some depth. It also makes for a nice blood effect. I'm also going to use this color and I'm going to take it on the edge of the cotton and latex to kind of give it more of a splattered blood look. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going in with some foundation and a stippling sponge, and I'm going to press that along the edges of the cotton and latex. I'm going to continue using the foundation color, but I'm using a brush to really fill in the white areas. Then I'm going in with the color wheel, and I'm using the darker color blue and purple to give it more of a bruised look. Going in with some thick scab blood, and I'm just going to place this in certain areas of the wound just to give it a little bit more of like an oozing, clumping, clotting effect. Okay, so I'm using some spray blood, and I'm going to put that into the cut. Then I'm going to take a brush, and I'm going to spread that blood around the cut. Wait, can I just freeze this? Look at that bloody booger. Disgusting. Again, continue to take your brush and spread that blood. Even put it on your forehead, the sides of your cheeks. This is going to give you a more splattered look. Because face it, you got punched in the face and your nose is ripped open. So taking a stippling sponge will help spread the blood around. And it will help in some areas to make it not so thick and more like a splattered look. Going in with that purple color on the color wheel, and I'm putting it more underneath my eyes but in the corner to make it look more bruised. Again, just adding a little bit of that color onto the stippling sponge and putting it on my cheeks. Adding a little bit more blood, of course. And what the hell, you can also take that purple color and put some on your lips. So that's pretty much it. You can totally go a little bit more dramatic with this look. Take off half of your cheek. But if you were bashed in the face and your nose is split open, I'm assuming this is probably what it's going to look like. Thanks, guys. I hope you like this look. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.